Hi guys, this is Karthik. So in this series of videos, I'm going to discuss problems that have been asked at hiring rounds in Goldman Sachs. So these are the problems asked at Goldman Sachs Code Sprint. This is a coding competition organized by Goldman Sachs. And if you're going to sit for interviews at companies like Goldman Sachs or Goldman Sachs, then these will be really helpful for you because you can expect similar difficulty problems and maybe in fact even same problems asked to you in your coding rounds. So let's get started. In this video, I'll be solving the easiest of these, which is bank accounts. So you can pause the video, read the problem statement, and then watch the video, right? So the idea is that you're going to receive n number of payments, and each payment you can now name them P1, P2, so until Pn. For every there are two options. Okay, so either you can go forward and receive these payments in your current account, which you already have, and if you receive a payment with value pi in your current account, you will be charged a tax of x percentage on it. Okay, so you'll have, if you're going to receive an amount pi, you will be losing x percentage amount of that payment, right? And this will happen for every payment if you choose to go with your current account. Whereas if you buy a new account, that is a special characteristic that you don't have to pay any charge to the bank for receiving a payment. So buying that new account costs you d dollars. So you have these two options. Okay, either buy a new account or go on with your current account and keep paying the tax for every payment. You have to decide which of the two options is preferable to you, basically in which you have to pay less amount to receive your payments, and that's it. So problem isn't that hard. So for option 2, it's clear that no matter what, you have to pay d dollars no matter how many payments you receive. For option number 1, this is the formula that has to be applied on a particular payment. They have said that either you are going to pay x k money or x percent of pi, whichever is less. Okay, so let's just calculate. If I go with my current account, what is the tax I'm going to pay? And if this thing turns out to be more than d dollars, then it's better for me to actually pay d dollars. And if it turns out less than equal to d dollars, then I will go with option number 1. So that's it. Let's implement it. And yeah, this is one good thing about HackerRank, I would say. You don't actually have to implement the entire code and saves a bit effort. So I just have to say upfront or fee. There are two options available to me, upfront or fee. Let's implement it. Yeah, so also I'll be taking a double. Okay, so let's say double tax 1 equal to something and double tax 2 equal to d dollars. So tax 2 is basically if I buy a new account, and tax 1 is what happens if I use my current account, what turns out to be the overall total. Whichever of these two is less will help me decide fee or upfront. And why double? Because I'm going with percentages and things may turn out to be in basically in decimals instead of only integers. So I'll consider every payment integer payment p, and the cost that I have to pay for this is tax 1 plus equal to what do I have to pay to receive this payment that is equal to either k or x percentage. So x percentage would mean x into payment divided by 100, right? So I'll be paying one of these. After this loop, I'll be comparing which of these two is the less thing, and I'll be returning accordingly. So return out of the two things. So tax 1, is tax 1 less than tax 2? And in fact, is tax 1 less than equal to tax 2? If yes, then go with your current account, so pay the fee. Otherwise, buy an upfront account or give an upfront fee basically. Yep, so upfront. And this is the condition ternary operator. All right, we're done. Let's try to run this code. So yeah, it's passing. Let me submit. So it's failing on a few test cases. Let's see why. I guess there has to do something with the integer and stuff. I will not be able to debug it like this. Let me just go back to the problem. Oh my god, where is my code? So let's see why would that happen. We had this thing here in place, dax plus equal to max of k comma x by 100 into payment. That would be the tax applied. So I am assuming that this thing is actually integer division. I should make sure that it's a double division or a float division. Otherwise I'll get a lot of errors, I would think. And I'll say okay, let's try this thing now. Come on, give me the result. And yeah, it's passing. So guys, hopefully you liked the video. I'll see you in the next video and we'll be solving a harder problem than this one.